How's everybody doing? It's MG Sports here with MG Radio. Alright, so let's go over this. Let's unpack this Ja Morant thing. Listen, remember you heard it here first at MG Radio or MG Sports. But a lot of people saying what we doing with Ja Morant. We got Drew Holiday and we got Dame Lillard. Listen, this is the plan. Now I think they're gonna try to keep Drew Holiday, but if they just said they're not going after Jaylen Brown, so now it's like, why would you get Ja Morant? And then think about it, what would the Celtics really do with Ja Morant? So it's really not for that. That's why they dubbed it. If shit is not going well in Denver, they got nothing they could do. Christian Braun got a nasty contract. They might want somebody to eat that contract. They might want to rebuild. Yo, Giannis just got traded to Miami, and Portland has the Milwaukee picks. Those are the most valuable picks this year, because they going to be ass. Like, there's no way around it. They're going to be terrible this time. They're going to be terrible. So, that being said, if you trading for Jokic, the thing is, Jokic make a lot of money. You will have to gut your whole roster to make the salaries match, but Ja Morant get $45 million. Boom. Not just one or two players with that. Because Jokic get like 50, maybe 60 million. And he's getting an extension. It might not be this year. It might be a year into the extension. And at that point, he's going to be in making the 60s, maybe upper 60s, depending on how his numbers work. At that case, to know that you got a player that's just worth $45 million, it's not even about him like, oh, let's show you how good he is and then let people make offers on us. Jokic and Dame. Let that sit for a minute. You seen Jokic and Jamal. Jokic and Dame. You hear what I'm saying? Jokic and Dame time. Mind you, Murray was clutch. Murray is a championship point guard because he won a championship. Right? Don't get it twisted. He had 40, 50-point games in the playoffs. He's done all that. We're not gonna play with that. But Dame Lillard in Portland. This is the first time he had a team that's on par with Stephen Curry. Now let's see who's really the better point guard. And they both old. So what you saying? They both old. And they both could shoot the leather off the ball. Still. Both could break your ankles. Still. Both one of the shiftiest players in the game. Still. So it's not like they washed. They both averaged 30 in their last full season. Their last full healthy season. Curry averaged 30 last year. I don't know what Lillard, he got injured this year. He was injured. And Milwaukee was kind of injured. But his last year in Portland was only a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. 30. It was 30. And it was one of his most efficient 30s of his career. Easy 30. They should have traded Scoot. Scoot is not, Scoot not it, man. There's mad people you could have, in hindsight, you could have got that was way better. If we being real about it. So that's what Ja Morant is for. Make the money work. He's got $45 million in one player. And if it has to come to it, and they got all the picks. So it's like, you kind of want to do this as soon as possible because these picks is going to be lit for this year's draft. They don't got Giannis this year, but they're going to have somebody in a year or two. So if this might happen sometime this year, I'm telling you. And listen, what's wrong with Ja had his team in Memphis, it didn't work. All right, he going to get another chance in Colorado. A state with legalized weed. He'll be good there. They had Chris Anderson, they had Birdman, they had Wild People, they had Melo. He'll be good there. What? And the thing is, they're rebuilding. They're just going to let him hoop out. And if he can regain old form and be the Ja that was supposed to be the face of the league, then take it. But if not, just let him hoop out and then see if any contenders want to give him some extra pieces. You're gonna get all the draft fall. Like, you're gonna get. Portland got a lot of picks and young serviceable players and contracts to make the money match. Not a lot of people can just get. You gotta understand the reason why KD went to the Warriors is for two reasons. There was a spike in the salary cap, and also Stephen Curry was injury prone in his early years, so he signed a $47 million deal. He never got a max. He was getting like 7 a year. It was a prove it deal. It was like, so he was even though he was a superstar, yo, and that's crazy. I think when it might be possible when Curry won his MVP, he might have been getting like 7 million a year. But Under Armour was keeping him plush. It still made him a max. They still getting like 25 a year, or 20, or 12, or 15. He was still getting decent in the upper 30s. But that was off the court revenue. You see what I'm saying? So that like to get a Kevin Durant where you like where you're not even thinking about it, and then suddenly it's like, oh, they can do that. You know what I mean? And other teams like, oh, they don't got the cap space to just take his contract without giving something up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They should sign him outright in free agency. That's what I'm saying. And to keep it a buck with you, if we're gonna be honest, Portland is just like Colorado. And y'all think Jokic care about being in Denver? That man is not even from this country. He don't care about no state. It was just the first place the plane stopped. And Portland is the second place the plane stopped. I promise you that. I promise you that. But trust me, Dame and Jokic, and I feel like they got they gonna have a good chemistry too. I think a better chemistry than Giannis, because Dame is Dame, Jokic is Jokic. Like, I'm not gonna say like Giannis. I feel like he wields power more than Jokic. Of course, Jokic is gonna swing his balls around an organization because he's Jokic. But like having all your brothers play for the team. Always wondering if he's gonna stay or not stay. Like when Dame was there, Dame didn't want to be there, and Giannis kind of didn't want to be there, and he didn't even do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Jokic is different, and that's not saying Jokic is better than Giannis, because Giannis plays defense so well that it makes him better than he's better than Jokic. Like Jokic will never beat him in a playoff series in life, and Jokic is nice. But Jokic and Dame is crazy. And they shoot. That's the thing, is spacing. I just think they fit better. Like, he's not better than Giannis, but he fit better with Dame than Giannis. That's what I believe. And they just got to get some defenders, because Dame and Jokic are cones. But I will say this, though. They get 3-and-D wings, 3-and-D point guard. They got to keep Drew Holiday. Got to keep Drew Holiday. But the Celtics want Drew Holiday. I'm telling you, no, Miami might get Drew Holiday. Drew and Giannis, they do magic together. They win rings together. Like, Giannis being with Giannis has prolonged his career. Like, I truly believe that. Because a player like Drew Holiday, mind you, he's immensely talented, but he's quiet. He don't like, if he was to retire, or if a team was to do him filthy, no one would say nothing. So it's easy for players like that to get lost in the sauce unless they got a superstar that's vouching for them. Like Amon Shumpert hung around when he got cool with LeBron and Melo type shit. But Drew Holiday is really a two-way defender of the high two-way. He's the best. Since he came in the league, there hasn't been a two-way point guard in his breath. No point guard plays better defense than him consistently over his career. He's the number one. Like, Avery Bradley was fired for but 2-3 years. Like, people come, but Drew Holiday's defense has been a constant for over a decade. And him getting you 20 at a moment's notice, but could give you a cool 17 with. He really gonna give you like 17, but he's gonna play defense the whole time. This is the thing. A lot of the reason why 3-and-D players are 3-and-D players is because they can shoot, but they can play it. They play a ton of defense. Drew Holiday is a 3-and-D player that has an offensive game. A lot of them don't have offensive games. He has an offensive game. His defense might be a little better, but he has elite defense. Elite defense. Lockdown defense. And he has Kevin Martin scoring ability to just get you like a Kevin Martin, like how he'd get you like 19 and then leave it right there. But if he had to, I mean, he averaged 20 last year. Like, he just averaged 20. So when you put him next to Dame, So like him, remember Dame had C.J. McCollum spacing, but McCollum was a cone. Now give McCollum elite defense, but McCollum's a better shooter. But Drew Holiday's a good shooter. He's a good shooter. He's just not like, nah. He's not. If he open his wet and he got a bag, he can make it on defense. Cause the thing is, he locked up Dame. Remember when they swept when he was in New Orleans with AD. They swept the Blazers, and they were supposed to lose to the Blazers because the Blazers just did something the year before. I think they was in the Western Conference the year before. So that's why Dame's going like, no, we gotta keep Drew, cause Drew fucked this dude up, man. It was something tragic, right? It was really disgusting when and the thing is, the first game we was like, oh, they won. Second, because the defense he was playing had us thinking like, that's when AD became a superstar that year. Where it was like, oh, this is a young KG lookalike, but he ain't really doing nothing because he always injured. That was like that year, and the year when they had DeMarcus Cousins. It was the 2 years, I would say. It was the 2 years I would say when it's like, all right, maybe they on the sign. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they doing something with it. I mean, I'm a big guy. I can't fit in this corner, man. Well, we're remodeling the studio, so. In a little bit, you'll see some more stuff, but for right now, it's just we have to make it work. But I had to get this news out to you because Dame time is about to get a little more chillier when they get that big man that's coming from them snow mountains. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get real cold out here. I'm telling you. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. And whoever gets Jaylen Brown is going to be Jaylen Brown is going to be an MVP in this league. Mark my word. Might only get one. And he might get another ring. He might not, but he might. But he's a superstar. He's a superstar. Like, he's as good as Tatum. I think he's better than Tatum. Because, see, the thing is, Tatum be acting like skin. Like every time it's a big moment, he hurt. Last year against the Knicks. Like, the games where his teams get swept, he don't play. He don't got hurt. Against the Knicks, Achilles. Against the Sixers, are re-injured. Just why you don't want to be on the floor for the elimination games. And all those elimination games in the last few years, say what you want about Jaylen Brown. He went down with the sinking ship. They don't even realize that. Every elimination game, Jason Tatum is not playing. Nobody's ever bringing that up. Every time they lose, Jaylen Brown has to be the one the L is on. That's why he don't rock with Boston. Because Jason Tatum has no expectations. As soon as he wake up, it's a great morning. But for him, he's got to keep showing y'all. He was trying to prove his worth so much that now he's actually better than Jason Tatum now. Everything Tatum do because, I hate when people that dribble good, people think they automatically dumb nice because they game pretty. My game ugly, but I will bust his ass. That's what y'all not getting. The analytics, no. Roll the ball out, I'm cooking him. It's overwhelming him. You cannot put overwhelming on a stat sheet. That's not a number. I'm telling you, man. It be the geeks that could, this dude is so advanced. But this dude is ass. He don't beat nobody. Nobody's scared of him. He just don't miss open shots. And if you play defense, if you even look like you gonna lock him up, he gonna pass the ball. Nah, not Jaylen Brown. He gonna try to punch you in the mouth. He gonna run right through you. And I know Isaiah still was acting all stupid. His father's a boxing champion with 50 knockouts. And he grew up boxing his whole life because his father was a champion heavyweight boxer. And his father's 7 feet tall. You think he would have pieced up Isaiah Stewart. Same with Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray know karate. JJ. James Johnson, you know what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing. Imagine this, Jaylen Brown knows how to box, was a pugilist, and knows in the pugilistic sport. And he also got one of the highest IQs in it. Like, this dude is a genius. This dude could have went to Harvard, bro. And they don't like him. He don't do nothing wrong. Y'all don't never see him with no bitches hanging out sloppy. He been in Boston with all them white people, and they got no slander on him. Trust me. They would love to make him into a Ricky Williams or something. And now that we're on the topic, speaking on the NFL shit, me bringing up Ricky Williams is kind of crazy because all he did was smoke weed. All he did was smoke weed. Shit, niggas could do that now. And then what? And then what? Exactly. But now, let me get back to the topic, yo, because, listen, I got ADHD, so my mind be going. But listen. Dame time. You heard it. Dame time. I'm not saying no more than that. Portland, this is a new NBA. The Knicks has ended the chapter on all that BS. All the last couple, you see every single year it's a different champion, but everything was random, nothing really mattered. Jokic won 3 MVPs, but he ain't really make an impact in life because he only got 1 ring. Giannis, all these defense players of the year, back to back, and he only got 1 ring. Like all these 1 rings. Celtics, oh, they're so good. They're going to be around for a long time. 1 ring. Nobody can even repeat or get back. There's been a different champion every single year. You know what I mean? Think about it. Lakers, Milwaukee, Golden State, Denver, OKC, Knicks. I'm lying? I'm lying? And who's before the Lakers? The Toronto Raptors. But it's a brand new NBA. Wembanyama is changing things. This is like the 80s becoming the 90s right now. That's what this is. Or the 90s becoming the 2000s with Tracy, with Kobe, with AI, with Francis, with Shaq, with KG, with Garnett, with the Elton Brand, with like, yo, we got something to say. All that 90s is cool. Steve Smith, you a role player now. MJ, you on the Wizards. Pat, you're done. GP, you're a backup point guard now. They took the 2000s. It was a time where they really put their foot on it. Yo, Karl Malone was trying to do pick and roll forever. He retired in like 05. He tried to stick it out. He had to get up out of there. Like, AI didn't even. You know what I mean? Like, this is looking like that. But see, this is the thing. KD, LeBron, and Curry still got the glow. So nobody's taking them off their pivot so far. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this right. That's what I'm saying right now. Like, and that's cool. That's cool. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to see if I like this angle. You know, this angle straight. All right, bet. We could do that. I keep it like this. You know what I'm saying? So we got 18 minutes on this. I'm just talking right now. Like, I'm figuring this thing out as I go. So please don't hate me.